fam, hola familia, Alex aquí. We're back at Equinox MDR Super Bowl Sunday today, and I'm gonna be recording the second episode of Meet the Trainer. Let's get to it. Chest and shoulders today. I'm excited. Let's go. And we are on. What up, homie?
What's up, big dog?
You good?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Good. Right. Thanks for meeting me on Super Bowl Sunday, dude. What do you have for us today?
You asked for chest and shoulders. A little push day.
Yes, sir.
So hopefully, we're gonna get you pretty big before you get to the Super Bowl.
I'm sure. You're not a miracle maker, but I'll try my best.
I mean, I beg to differ.
Yeah?
We'll see what happens. I'll let you judge after this workout. Start with 15 to 20 band pull aparts.
Sounds good.
Like it's too tight.
Retraction.
Yeah. So I want you to pull it all the way apart, and I want you to contract all the way. Good. If it's too easy, you can go hold it a little bit tighter. If it's too hard, just go a little bit looser.
I'm not that strong. Actually, first things first, I gotta start the workout. Otherwise,
it doesn't count if you don't start.
It does not count.
Also, keep the wrists up front. There we go. Good.
Nice. See?
Yeah.
That's why it's important to have someone watching the form. Were you born here in the U.S. or no?
No, I was born and raised in Jordan.
Jordan.
I lived there my whole life for 25 years. I moved out here 2 years ago in March of 2022. It was supposed to be a visit. I came to visit my brother.
2022?
2022.
Oh, not that long ago.
Yeah, I was just here for a couple of months. I was like, I had 2 months off because I used to play basketball back home. And then I had 2 months off, so I was like, let me come here and see what's up, see my brother for a little bit, and then go back home. But then when I applied for this job and I got accepted and they offered me the job, I was like,
play pro?
I played pro. I played for the national team.
So 2022.
So 2022, I moved out here. I was doing personal training on the side, full circles all the way down here, behind your head and back. Good. Get that full range of motion. I was doing PT on the side while I was playing basketball just for fun. And then during COVID, everything shut down, all the gyms shut down. I had a little gym at home, and a couple of my friends asked to work out there.
Like personal training gym or like a studio?
So it was just a personal training gym. My friend used to work there too. He used to bring his clients there. So I was using the gym as well for some of my clients. It was just family members and friends that used to come there. And that's how I started personal training. And then when I moved out here, I was like, let me just put basketball to the side for a little bit. And then just do this for a little bit and see where it goes.
Yeah.
And I've been doing it ever since.
Was personal training the
underhand
goal?
It was main goal, absolutely.
Yeah.
So when I started,
what was the main goal in personal
training? It was basketball. I was playing basketball throughout my whole life, and I got a scholarship at the University of Jordan. My tuition was barely anything, and I signed a contract with one of the clubs that I played with for 4 years. So I was guaranteed 4 years of money. So I was paying my own tuition back then. And then when I graduated, I did an internship. I graduated with a bachelor's of finance. I did an internship for 2 months, and it was the worst job I've ever had.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't do this. I'm not a 9 to 5. Yeah. There's no way I'm gonna do it a 9 to 5.
It's funny that we say that we're not a 9 to 5. I relate to that too. Yeah. But then personal training becomes a 12 to 12.
That is true, but
6 to 7.
You're moving around. You're not behind the desk, you're writing emails, you're interacting with people. Yeah. You're helping people out, you're changing lives. It's not just, let me go to work, clock in and clock out. It doesn't, it's the interaction with people. So you're gonna row, but first things first, I don't want you to row and your shoulders are forward like this. So make sure that you squeeze your scapula first, and then you row, and take your time on the way down. You wanna go slow, contract, hold it for 2 seconds, and then for the eccentric, you gotta go a little bit slower. So the 9 to 5 is not my thing. I'm never gonna be in an office and trying to write emails and work and do that. I can't do that, it's just too much. So yeah, personal training definitely the goal. Hoping I would do it after my basketball career, but then I thought about it, I was like, the sooner I start, the better, because the younger I am, the more energy I'm gonna have, and the more patience I'm gonna have with a lot of people. So I was like, okay, let me just start this now. And obviously, where better to do this than LA? The opportunity just represented itself, and I'm like, all right, I gotta take this. Like, I can't go back home.
Was Equinox your first home?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. As a trainer, yeah. This is where I started because I texted my brother and I was asking him about like what gyms should I like
Apply to?
Yeah. And he's like, Equinox is definitely one of the best ones. And I was like, okay, let me check it out.
Yeah.
And
The education system here is really good.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I kind of needed a little bit when I first started because I didn't know everything when I first started.
No one does.
And yeah, absolutely. You still learn one or two things almost every day.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, this is probably the best option. And then when I applied here, they're like, oh yeah, like the job is yours. I was like, okay, great. I had to go through the first interview, second interview. Okay, hold your elbows up top, external rotation up here. There you go, good. Trying to activate, there you go. If it's too easy, take a step back, too hard, take a step forward.
Trust me, it's hard enough. Yeah.
And then I applied here. The first interview, it was just a couple of questions about fitness and like what got you into fitness and all of that. The second interview was an actual workout. I had to put our manager through a workout. It was just leg day.
Who was it?
Ty Jones.
Yeah.
So he was like, you're gonna put me through a workout. I have legs today, so let's start to do the workout. I put him through the workout. It was him and his assistant, Rob. He was on his phone the whole time.
Robert, come on.
And I was looking at him, I was like,
That's part of it though. Like, I'll tell you more about my process.
this is what happened.
Yeah.
So at the end of it, he was like, okay. So he pulled out his phone. He was writing notes throughout the whole session.
Yeah.
I thought he was on his phone.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, interesting. But they gave me good feedback and they're like, okay, you're good to go. We'll send you an email within 24 hours. And then the next day they send me like, okay, congratulations, blah, 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 the job is yours and this is the offer. And then 2 weeks later, I started.
Yeah, it's funny, dude. When I came in, it was Molly and Ty as well.
Oh, Ty was still the assistant.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And I had to put Julia through a workout.
Oh, the other trainer. Okay.
Anyway, so she was so nice though. She was super nice.
Yeah.
But Ty and Molly, dude, like, Molly was actually paying attention. Ty was more like, kind of like Rob.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not really paying attention, but he was.
Yeah.
Just like to see how.
Yeah, exactly. How you react to it.
Trying to make him comfortable in some ways. And I'm like,
Oh yeah, he was messing up the whole workout. Like
Yeah.
every time I give him something, he would mess it up on
really
purpose,
throw you off.
just to see if I do it right or not.
How
And
you
I'm like,
react to
I'm like,
that.
Ty, like, okay, I've been doing this.
But it was good. And then after they kind of explained me that, because I was like, bro, you kind of like, why would we do that?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's how you respond.
If you don't do that, you're never gonna know if the trainer is actually paying attention or not. I thought about it and I was like, oh, that was actually pretty smart.
Also kind of like shows like different clients' personality that you
Yeah,
can have to
absolutely.
deal with. So that was kind of cool to go through too.
So yeah, then I've been here for almost 2 years now. Like when it's
Equinox.
two years at Equinox.
And LA too.
In LA, absolutely. In LA,
always have-
oh no, Equinox I started in April, which is like a couple of weeks after I came here. So I've been in the US for almost 2 years, and at Equinox, it will be 2 years in April.
Was it always like your plan to move to the US or?
Not really.
Not really?
I never knew that this is what I wanted to do. If I wanted to come or not. My brother was telling me constantly, be like, just leave Jordan, come here, stop playing basketball. It's
And your
not
brother
going
was
anywhere.
here for how long?
My brother was here for almost 4 years.
Oh, I see.
3 years. So he was here 2019.
Older
right,
brother?
Right before COVID. He's an older brother, yeah.
How old are you?
So I'm 27 now. My brother's 30. Yeah. So he's been here almost 5 years now, and he's been telling me to come here. His plan was originally to move here. Mine wasn't. I wanted to play basketball and stay in Jordan and do all of it.
And you wanted just to visit.
And I just wanted to visit and be like, oh hey, like let's just do something fun for 2 months, and
Well, you
that'll be it.
study English, right?
Yeah. I want
You're done, guys. Okay.
And then I'm gonna hit my 2-year mark in April.
What is the plan? What's next?
I really don't know. I'm kind of like still in between. I still want to be here because it's like good for like the education and because you're constantly learning, and then you get all kinds of clients, whether they're young, old, people with injuries, people with no injuries who just want to come with different goals. You have to do your own research, you have to learn, you have to study a lot of things so you can actually be able to help the client.
You're always like
get a lot of
upgrading yourself too, right?
Say what?
You're always learning more, upgrading yourself. It's never like
Absolutely.
it's a constant. Yeah.
And yeah, there's constant people just coming in every day looking for trainers. So it's a good place to be if you're like trying to get more clients and trying to learn more at the same time.
time.
So I'm definitely gonna stay here for a while, but I'm not gonna be as busy as I was like the year before. 'Cause I was here like 10, 12 hours a day. I would have 1 or 2 hours of break that I can barely work out. And
Yeah, you burned you out.
yeah, so you get burned out a lot. But
I mean,
the good thing is that you meet a lot of people.
Yeah.
You make a lot of friends. You make
a lot of
really good
connections,
connections.
yeah.
Absolutely.
it's a burnout, but it's something that is necessary. Like you come in,
You have to start somewhere.
you come in with no one, like you have no clients whatsoever. So you have to put your face out there. People have to see you busy as well.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And when I get a certain amount of clients, I'm probably gonna like try to start to do my own thing. Maybe rent out a gym, maybe build my own, but that's like a little bit more down the line.
Yeah.
Not anytime soon.
That seems to be the path for the most.
For a lot of people, even like I knew you were here before,
Yeah.
and now you're doing your own thing.
Yeah.
And then there's other trainers that were here pre-COVID.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't here pre-COVID, so I don't know what happened. But I heard there was like 30 trainers, and everybody was busy. Everybody was doing like hundreds of sessions a
I
month.
think we were 32, if I'm not mistaken.
32.
Don't quote me on that, but we were a lot of people. Pretty much everyone was packed, dude. We had no time.
Rest, thumbs up, good. All the way up to the side. Start rotating the shoulder. Good. Squeeze your scapula together. Good. Now bend the elbows. Good. All the way as hard as you can. Keep the belly. Yeah, there you go. That's good. That's good.
I'm shaking a lot.
There you go. Start rotating. Good. All the way to the front. Also, try to keep that core engaged too. You don't want your lower back to be going up and down. All the way up. There you go. Good. Give me 2 more reps. And then after you're done, we're gonna go right into shoulder taps. So, yep, and do it super slow. Good. So at the same time, you do not want to move this hip. Good. That way your shoulder's gonna be on fire and ready to bench press.
Oh, yeah.
You should be all warmed up right now.
I am warm. See how much I was shaking on those? That's one of the cool things about one, having a personal trainer too. You get challenged to do things that normally you don't do. Like I normally wouldn't set this up for me, actually, but it's cool like to get some different techniques and experience the new ways of training, something that you've been training for so many years. So
When you bench, you gotta have like a checklist before you start
Yeah.
benching. Your base is your feet. You want your feet to be behind the knees. You don't want to be here. Make sure that your eye level is under the bar. You don't want to be too high. I don't want you to lift off your hip off the bench, but it's still squeezed.
Yeah.
Okay? Lower back is not touching. You have like a little curve. Your lats are the most important thing. You want to engage your lats the whole time because if you don't, you're doing more shoulders than chest. What you want to think of, that's why we did while we were warming up a lot of scapular retraction because I want you to hold it right here. When you hold the bar, there's no like one rule fits all. It depends on what the length of your arm and everything.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that your hand is over the elbow. Lats engaged. Imagine somebody's pulling the bar this way and you just want to stop
you
it.
gotta break the bar.
So when that happens, you engage your lats automatically. Pick it up, make sure you're stable. Knuckles go up. You don't want to go here. Elbows are not to the side and their elbows are not all the way 90 degrees. It's somewhere in between. So I want to say at a 45-degree angle. So from here, I want you to go count to 3 on the way down. 1, 2, 3. You're gonna hold it for 2. 1, 2, and you explode as fast as you can. And then you go back down. 1, 2, 3. Hold it for 2, and
And you don't want all the way to the chest.
if you can touch right here,
Yeah.
but not relaxing.
Yeah.
Just make sure you're
Keep the
still.
tension all the time.
An empty bar is gonna be too light, but let's just make sure that you
The
get the
form
first.
correct.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Sounds good. Hey, what's up? Come say hi.
No, just say hi to the camera right here. Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, just say your name. Who are you?
Jacob, shadowing Eves, right here.
You're the beast.
Shada.
He's trainer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's talking about me. All right, make sure you feet behind the knees. There you go. Just get a good base. There you go. Get a good grip. The better grip you have on the bar, the lighter the weight feels like. Now explode back up. I'm gonna try to pull it this way. Don't let me. See? So now you're engaging your lats a little bit more.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Press it back up. All right, rack it up. Okay, do you feel like you want to jump to the 45 immediately, or do you want to?
Beast, bro.
All right, let's see.
How many reps?
How many reps?
Right.
We're gonna do 4 sets of 8 to 12.
8.
Since you want to do, you said hypertrophy, so that's what we're gonna do.
8 to 12. You said.
8 to 12. So let's see how you
Same
feel
thing,
this
just
way.
hold it.
1, 2, explode back up. All the way down. So don't rest at the top for too long. One more. 1, 2, get up.
What was it?
I thought you said you're the beast.
I am, bro.
Okay, that's good though.
That's
That's good.
number one. That was good. Appreciate that.
All right, so let's go up with the weight a little bit. So the rest time is probably gonna be between 1.5 minutes to 2. We're not lifting as heavy. If you were going for like a 1 rep max,
Very
you're trying to go a little bit heavier.
Do we want to go faster on the eccentric? Because that's good.
Oh, no, we're just gonna, the eccentric is 3 seconds. Yeah. How does that feel?
Feels good.
Yeah?
Well, as I was saying before, it's very different. Like I normally superset, and my rest is a little
Longer or less? Okay.
Actually, I do like 45 to 115.
Okay.
But I'm supersetting like shoulders and chest, right? So I can't go as heavy on the second set or second exercise.
I like to do like all the warm-up stuff that we did for the shoulder, the lats, the scapula, everything to get you ready for this. And I start with like the complex movement.
Yeah.
So I don't want to superset anything with the bench press because I want you to focus more on this, especially because it's banded and it's been a minute since you did this.
Yeah.
I don't want you to superset it with anything else.
No,
But moving forward, everything else, like if you do like lateral raises or front raises, that's not a complex movement, so you can actually superset it with something else. And that's what we're gonna do after we're done with the bench press. You're now at 155. 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Hold it for 2. 1, 2. Explode. 1, 1, 2, 3. Hold it for 2. Up. Last one. All you. Engage. Make sure your core is engaged too. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get it up. Get it up. All you.
You know what's funny?
Yep.
The whole isometric and sole eccentric, my shoulders are like,
Yeah. But you know why that's happening?
because it's unstable.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of people come in here, barely do any warm up, get on a treadmill for 5 to 10 minutes. As a trainer, when you're just, let's say you're on a break or you're just not working out with somebody, you're not training, you look around and you're like, bro, that's not, like, it just pisses me off. And that's actually one of the easiest ways to pick up a client.
Yeah.
You just go straight up to them, be like, hey,
I noticed.
I noticed this, you just be super friendly.
Let me help you.
You just don't want to criticize the people because there's a lot of people that actually are intimidated to come to the gym, especially like the female crowd. Like you see them walk in, they take their little dumbbells and they go to the side, they don't want to be seen, which I mean is understandable, but at the same time, like I like when I see people that are trying, so I just go give them some advice and be like, oh, like try to do this before, try to do this after, and blah, blah, blah.
There's so many people actually that later on I became friends with.
Yeah.
That they came and they sat and dude, I just walking in the gym is intimidating.
Exactly.
So many like good looking guys. They're like, yeah.
And they're intimidated by like a lot of people, which they shouldn't be. I mean, I get it because it's like their first time trying out the gym and trying to work out.
Yeah.
Which I also get. That's why I'm trying to like build a program for like the new clients to be comfortable with and to be seen doing those workouts.
And to understand the exercises too, right?
Exactly.
Damn, bro, that was 6, right?
That was 6, good.
That was embarrassing.
No, that's fine. I mean, you're not gonna do the same reps every set. You're gonna feel fatigued.
Your muscle does not know how to count.
Because I know I've been seeing you coming around, you're just doing, you know, regular bench press, supersetting, flies, all of that. So switching it up.
But this is the plan that I am currently.
100%.
So it's cool like to
Switch it up a little bit.
switch it up. Like same thing happened when I worked out with Carl.
Yeah.
I normally start on, we get back together, but I normally start on vertical pulls.
Okay.
And I fatigue my lats a lot before I go to like.
Before you start rowing and doing everything else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we totally reversed that. I didn't ask for anything specific. I just said, hey, it's back.
It's back there.
We start with like
Take over.
bend over rows. Dude, it was
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I like to switch it up.
Yeah.
I like to switch up the workouts every now and then. Not every week.
You can't.
Yeah.
So
You have to be consistent for like at least a month. Not doing the same exact workout, but the same, let's say, movements. And like then you can switch it up to like single arm, and then you gotta go like alternating, and it's good to switch it up, like to shock your muscle or whatever. But it's also good to like to stay consistent for something. I know sometimes it gets boring, and I feel that too sometimes. But like, okay, I gotta do this.
you know, it's funny. Like I'm from stick to the plan schedule guy, so it doesn't really get boring to me. I had clients in the past saying, "Hey, Alex, like." We were repeating the same thing like for 4 weeks now. Like that's nothing. 4 weeks is not
Trust me, I get the
Some
same
people
thing.
wanted new exercise every day. I'm like, that's not how it works.
They think like a program of 6 weeks, and the more diverse it is, the more workouts you put in is like a better workout.
That's not their
That's
fault.
not
Like
true.
it's very how they get the information, where they get the information from. Like social media is full of like,
If you open up social media and you ask a question, you're gonna find 4 videos. 2 of them are gonna be like, oh yeah, this is beneficial, you should do that. The other 2 videos are gonna be like, no, don't do that.
don't do it, yeah.
I only believe in trial and error. You try it, it works out, keep going. If it doesn't,
scientific studies here, right?
you gotta get to 6.
I will.
I know, I'm not helping. I'm just there for safety. Up, up, up. Okay, hit another one, hit another one, hit another one, hit another one. Let's go, last one, last one.
Oh, damn, bro.
There we go. Okay,
I had nothing to stretch.
let's try this.
Surprisingly, like,
Keep the same weight, just take the bands off. Just watch how different the
it's very
155
few, yeah.
feels.
how heavy are those bands?
These are not super heavy, like
Nice.
probably 10 to 15,
Yeah.
but they're not that heavy. Like you can see how like
Yeah.
elastic they are. When you do the 155 now, you can probably do like at least 10 to 12, and you're like, what the hell
Fly
is this?
through. I hope that's right.
See? I mean, you did 4 sets of
8,
10,
6, 6.
8,
Oh,
6,
10, 8, 6, 6.
Yeah. So now when you do this, I want you to go to failure. And we'll see how many sets you can do, how many reps you can do.
1.
No, you'll see.
1 rep.
All right, you still got a good 45 seconds.
All right, people always ask me, what am I drinking?
Oh, okay.
I have some glutamine and some BCA from Prozis. So you guys should check it out too. I'll leave the code here below if you guys want to use it. 18, get an extra discount.
Just make sure your feet are behind your knees. Squeeze the glutes, lower back is not touching, lats are engaged. Get up. Told you so.
You know me. That's good.
The purpose of standing up is engaging the core a little bit more. When you sit down and you have your back on the bench, you're kind of like eliminating all that. The purpose of this is actually keeping the core engaged, and we don't want to like have this right here. So make sure that your core is engaged the whole time. Your elbow does not go behind your shoulder. You want it a little bit in front.
Okay.
And then stand up straight.
Okay, down.
Don't lean to the side and try to compensate. If we don't care about how heavy the weight is,
Just the form.
just the form. So if you can't do this straight up with the 40s, we can drop it to 35. We have to keep the ego to the side when it comes to weights. Like people are also always like ego lifting, like, oh, I can do the 80s, but then you have them do the 80s and they're doing this.
I'll just edit and I'll put an 80 on the edit.
Yeah, well, that's fine. Editing is fine. Just when it comes to reality, don't hurt yourself. Good. Don't go all the way down. You're gonna go just to here.
Why do you prefer to stop the range of motion 90 instead of going all the way down?
So
For there's
to
no
keep-
rest on the
Exactly. So you can keep the actual muscle activated
Tension the whole time.
Full tension. Exactly. All right. Grab the
50%.
grab the 15s. Yep. Lateral raises into front, and then drop it, and then you're gonna go the opposite way, and then go to the side. Good. To the front, drop. There we go. Good. So 1 trip down and back is 1. You're gonna do 6. There we go. One more down, up and back.
Trainers don't know how to count. Because we're doing a unilateral to a bilateral, when you go back to the unilateral, do you go back to the opposite hand that you started the first set?
I go to the same
You
one.
go to the same one?
Yeah, so you started with the right, go back to starting with the
Always
right.
something that bugs my mind, maybe because I'm a little OCD.
You have to like even it out.
Not even that, it's like the rest time from one to the other is not even.
So it's the exact rest time.
Not, if you think about it. Like, right arm,
And then you
left arm. I'm not resting, it's straight to left arm just finishing.
So you wanna
So,
go double
or
up again.
when I do like supersetting with bilateral,
What's rested more? Now that you superset the left,
the right is.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why you start with the right.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But it's off balance. So when I do bilateral, I superset with bilateral.
Oh, okay, makes sense. First things first, you don't want to shrug the shoulders. Keep them relaxed. And when you pull, I like to use 2 fingers right here. There's a lot of people that do this. There's people that do underhand.
Yeah.
I prefer this because that's what activates my rear delts the most. So you go from here. So you literally pull towards your face. And then you make sure you squeeze your rear delts.
So you go pretty light to be able to hold it with those.
Absolutely. You don't have to go super heavy as long as you feel your rear delts activated. And same thing with the shoulder blades. You don't want to go here.
Yeah, retract it.
You want to retract it first and then pull. So squeeze this first and then this right here. Right here. Go back again. Yep, right here. Good. Kind of go palms facing each other. Go ahead. Good.
So you kind of eliminate the external rotation though.
100%.
It's different. Also do with the external rotation of it.
Preferences. So there's no right and wrong, in my opinion,
I definitely
when it comes to face.
definitely target a little bit more of the rear delts, but when you add the external rotation, you intensify the rotator cuff activity.
100%. So we only want to isolate the rear delts. It just
Like that. We can go to
100%.
what else?
I wanted to superset it with lateral raises.
Here he comes with the bilateral, unilateral, just to drive my OCD nuts.
Yep, absolutely.
We do that.
We gotta double up. I want to kind of lean into it,
Okay.
and then you go up here.
Yes, sir.
Don't go to the side. Keep your elbow a little bit bent,
Side with the elbow.
and then you go up here.
Yes, sir.
Yep. There we go. Good.
How many are we going for?
10. So when it comes to like the final couple 2 or 3 reps that you start to like cheat a little bit, that's okay. But the first couple of reps, they have to be
Yes.
straight. If you start the set and you're already swinging, drop the weight immediately. But we gotta go back to chest after this.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is chest flies and what I like to call a 1-minute push-up.
Okay.
So
How many minutes you got within that 1 minute?
no, it's a 1 minute, 1 push-up. So
okay.
it's 30 seconds
Holding
on the
base.
eccentric and 30 seconds on the concentric, and that's the finisher of the chest. I'm just giving you a heads up so you can be mentally prepared for that.
I was born prepared for this.
All right, that's good. Let's see.
No, that's fun. Challenging. How was life in Jordan, dude?
I was
People ask me
literally-
all the time, how was life in Brazil?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I got confused about that question. So I don't mean
There's-
to
okay,
offend you.
here's- unfortunately, people think like, oh, Jordan is like a third world country and it's the desert and it's all like.
Brazil is, so I'm not
So,
offended.
okay.
We
So
are.
I understand,
Crazy.
but like because of the media and everything, they like, no, we live a normal life.
Yeah.
We go out,
Yeah.
we have friends, you date.
Yeah.
It's common, but it's not super common. But the community that I was living in was not like the strict where you can't see other females. Like that's the image that people have.
What do you mean?
Like, so obviously everybody knows that Jordan is a Muslim country.
Yeah.
So it is strict and it is a Muslim country.
Traditional.
It is traditional Muslim, but there are also parts of Jordan that is not that super strict. So I'm Christian and we are like 5% of the population. So our community is like super small. Everybody kind of knows everybody. It's not that strict. And obviously when I went to school, it was like a Christian high school. Everybody was friends with everybody, girls and guys. It was great. And then I went to the University of Jordan and it was this strict Muslim kind of thing.
Got it.
And that's what took me by surprise. I was like, oh wait, that's not, what I had in high school was not the normal.
Not this, yeah.
This is what's normal. What I had in high school is
Normal, you mean because the majority of people?
because the majority of people.
There's no such thing as abnormal or not. Just
They're like, let's just say the traditional.
yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Where majority follows. Yeah.
So when I came here, I was like I was just me. I was natural. I was talking to everybody. I was friendly with everybody. And then they started asking, oh, do you go out or do you do this? I'm like, yeah, we still go out in Jordan, and Jordan's super fun. We have Petra, which is one of the 7 wonders of the world. The Dead Sea, which is the lowest point on earth. We have a lot of things. I have a bunch of friends that were like, okay, next time you want to go to Jordan and you want to go visit, I want to come with.
My wife wanted to go. She was gonna go last year.
You should definitely go. You guys can still go.
Yeah, we want to
Because
go.
It has nothing to do with, I mean, I know it's kind of, well, it's depressing is what's happening right now, but everything is still there. And we are not affected by it. I mean, the people are depressed and all of that because of what's happening.
It was just more the risk
But-
of like traveling at a time.
But traveling is not dangerous
Yeah.
because it does not interfere interfere with anything about Jordan.
She was very sad that you couldn't go.
Yeah, definitely Jordan is definitely one of the countries that you should definitely visit if you go to the Middle East. When I first started here at Equinox, and like I started making friends and I was telling them where I'm from, and I started showing them what Jordan looks like, they were like amazed. They're like, oh my, there's no way. And everybody knows Jordan because of Petra or because of like the royal family. So living in Jordan is pretty fun. I had a bunch of friends from different societies. I had my friends from high school, had obviously family and my cousins, friends through our basketball because I was playing basketball almost every day.
Yeah.
Okay. You're in the stretch position right
Are we going straight to the push-ups?
After this, you do the 1 minute, yeah. So you're gonna go here, and then make sure that your lats are always engaged. You don't wanna relax, and then you're doing more shoulders. Keep the shoulder base squeezed. And then hold it for here for a second.
Yeah.
Also watch the wrists. You don't wanna go here, you wanna keep the wrist locked, and it's gotta be parallel to the arm.
Cool.
So you're here, get as far as back as you can, and then squeeze. One minute push-up. You're gonna slow, 30 seconds, as slow as possible. I'm gonna get the timer, put it right here.
And then
So by the time you get to here,
should be 30.
should be at 30, and then you start to
Press up.
go back up. All right, let's go.
That's insane.
Yes, sir. 3, 2, 1, go. Gotta go a little bit slower so you can get to 30 at the bottom. That's fine, go back up, that's fine. Slow. This is the hardest part of it. There you go. Keep breathing, you're almost done. Keep that core engaged. Yeah. Spread your fingers out. There we go. Get a better grip on the ground. 10 more seconds. Good. All the way up, all the way up. 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
That was fun, dude. Do you have any plans going back to Jordan, like live in Jordan, or not really?
Eventually, I think I'm probably gonna go back and open up my own thing there as well.
You want it here and there.
Here and there. The thing about Jordan is we don't have a lot of sport-specific strength and conditioning coaches. So
Why is that? It's not a popular degree, or?
it's not that popular. There are a bunch of trainers, like only a couple of them, that are actually pretty good. So I want to be one of the
Pioneers.
coaches there that actually only trains sport specific. Like, okay, you come in, you're like a basketball player. What position do you play? And I see the way you play, and I'm like, okay, this is what you need to do, and
That's cool.
train them accordingly.
Like
Same
length,
thing with soccer, same thing with like whatever sports you play. I want to be the trainer that you
the
come
go-to. Yeah, that's good.
because we don't have like a facility that has
Preparation for athletes in a way.
We do have
I have
like
so many here in the US. It's such a cool niche to work on
100%.
because you're working with different beings. Like I got a chance to train a couple of athletes. Like recently, last year, the year before, I had an opportunity of training just a couple of seconds. A tennis player,
Yeah.
their body moves in a totally different way.
Exactly. So it depends
insane.
on the sport. Depends on what position they play in that sport. 'Cause
And how
Yeah.
quick they adapt
Exactly.
to any cue that you give. It's totally different than training
Because growing up,
someone.
when I was an athlete,
I swear.
go ahead. I didn't have like a strength and conditioning coach when I was like 15,
Yeah.
16, 17.
Normally, it's the same in Brazil. It was pretty hard. Like soccer
Yeah.
was always very strong.
Exactly.
So people have like more access to
When
soccer.
I was like at 21, 22, that's when I actually started doing sport-specific
Yeah.
strength and conditioning.
Yeah.
And I started seeing significant results.
Yeah. It changes.
It changes super quick.
Yeah.
So we don't have that for the teenagers in
Yeah.
Jordan. We barely have any trainings.
Why do you think though? Do you think it's because of infrastructure or like?
Sports was not that popular. I mean, soccer is obviously super popular.
Yeah.
We were just in the finals of Asia Cup yesterday, and we played Qatar for the finals. I don't want to say it's rigged, but they got 3 penalties.
There's a lot of political things.
There's about
Yeah.
a lot of like conspiracy theories. But
Yeah.
all right,
Corruption,
right.
dude, is
Good.
normal.
Oh, trust me. When I
Unfortunately.
watched the game, I was like, there is no way that the ref gave them 3 penalties just to win the final. Like it's just hard to watch too.
It's sad to see the smaller countries get away with that, you know?
Yeah, they're back-to-back champions, and I'm like, bro, how did you pull off that one? Like really, back-to-back? But yeah, it's fine.
It's money, man.
Yeah.
Money talks.
Oh, 100%.
Is there a last one?
Yes, that's it.
Bro,
That's all I got for you.
you got it was a lot, man. I really appreciate it. It's very different. And if people want to train with you, what do they do?
So
How can they find you? Social media?
absolutely, I have my Instagram. It's my first and last name. I'll put it down here. I'll send it to Alex. Alex already has it.
Ibrahim
Hamati. It's Hamati.
Hamati.
And the number 7. So if you want to come to Equinox, and if you're already a member, you get 2 complimentary sessions, which is the first one is the EcoFit, which is the assessment that we do.
Yeah.
And then the second one is the session. The full session, I do the programming according to what we talked about in the assessment.
specific.
Exactly. And then if you're not a member, obviously if you want to train at Equinox, it's going to have to be
Talk to one man, Joe.
absolutely
Yeah.
Joe.
John.
And there's Peyton as well.
Yeah.
And there's Brian. Anytime you come in, one of them is definitely going to be here. Or you can just send an email. They can reach out. There's a whole different ways to come and join the gym. We can look at my schedule, look at their schedule, see if it works out, and then start training.
That's good.
I don't like to do like 1 time a week, which it doesn't make any sense to train somebody 1 time a week. I like to do more of 2 or 3 and stay consistent, so they can actually see the results and see significant results in a matter of like a month or 2.
Sometimes there's the option that the client only has 1 time available, and we try to make it work. And of course, he's going to be planning accordingly to that too. And even if he does program and the client comes in on his own time, let me tell you, I've been training for so many years. Like, I'm not saying that I'm an athlete, but it makes a difference when you have someone watching you on the hour versus you training. You can be super dedicated, but you always got to slack a little. The form gets out of hand a little. You try to compensate, so it's good.
So you have somebody to push you for that little extra 2 or 3 reps.
And just keeping you accountable to the form too, which is a big thing. So
And just holding everybody accountable to the actual workout. Eventually, like let's say I have a client who's been working out with me for a couple of months, and I know their form is good, and I know that they can do that like in a good, proper way. Then I'll be like, okay, this is your homework, go do it, and I'll be 100% sure, and I trust that they can do it on their own, and they do it with 100% efficiency.
yeah,
100%.
and then they can move on to a different
And then they
thing.
can move on, and then that's when we switch up the program and we start adding new stuff to that. Yeah.
So that's one of the intentions that I have with this series is not only to introduce school trainers like Ibrahim, but also introduce what the training mentality is to you guys. Stay tuned, more to come. I really appreciate you, bro. That was incredible.
Of course, good job.
Justin,
Good job.
follow, subscribe, follow Ibrahim, and love you all. My family, ciao.